All right, so speaking of, we're coming up on the Tucson Rodeo's final weekend.
Yes, and this morning we want to introduce you to one cowboy that's now on the football field at the University of Arizona. How's that?
That's good.
Not bad.
I may not know my way around a football field too well, but Ty Nichols sure does.
I was a walk-on at the University of Wyoming, and then when I got done with my playing career, I always knew I wanted to get into coaching, so I volunteered at my old high school. And then I was blessed enough to get on with Texas Tech, and then that opportunity 2 years later led me to here.
He's a defensive GA for the University of Arizona football team, but before his football days, he grew up with a love for the rodeo.
My main event was steer wrestling, which is the one you'll see where I'm kind of pulling the steer to the ground type deal. I was lucky enough to win a state championship in that in Texas.
Ty tells me his dad got him into rodeo when he was 8, and he continued competing through high school until he signed on to play college ball in Wyoming.
So my dad and his dad, they grew up in Eastern Oregon, and they grew up ranching and rodeoing, so he got me into that.
Steer wrestling and calf roping were his events.
Loved both of them. My favorite one was the steer wrestling. That was mainly what my dad did.
Now, Ty's adding some of his rodeo experience into his coaching.
The kids kind of like it whenever I say I can, wrestle a steer to the ground, so I don't want to hear anything about them not being able to tackle somebody.
A no excuses mentality. Competing in rodeo is like no other experience.
Your heart's racing really fast, but your horse can actually feel if you're nervous or something like that, so you have to be calm.
For the first time this weekend, he'll get to experience Tucson's rodeo.
Get back to the smell of the dirt and all that kind of stuff. It'll bring back a whole bunch of memories, and seeing the crowd react, the little kids watching the horses, and loving that whole thing.
He might even size up the competition.
I might try to sneak into the box, see if somebody let me on their horse. Maybe try to get a run in.
Ty's thought about competing in rodeos again, but right now he's fully invested in exploring his football coaching career right here in the Old Pueblo.